Yes, we are live.
So,
Guys,
welcome
very much
again.
sorry for the disturbance. It is some technical issue from our side. The accounts are changing. So, welcome again. This is the last time. Now it won't happen. And Sudhanshu, take it ahead. Thank you.
Yes. So, hello guys. So, I was saying that as an entrepreneur, I've been in this field for a long time. As an engineer, I've been in this for a long time, and I've experienced a lot of things, a lot of ups and downs, both being as a student, professional, please, Vasan, I request you to share this PPT.
Yes, yes, yes. I am doing that. Yes, it is. It is shared.
Okay.
Just 1 second.
Let's start with the first slide. So, as you can see, I mean, this is the most commonly used phrase in for engineers. Engineering कर लो बहुत scope है. So, I'm going to talk about whether there's really scope or not, right? I mean, I joined my college, MIT, in 2015, and since then, a lot of expectations were there. A lot of things I had decided to do, but I'll tell you the motive why I joined engineering. First thing, the reason I actually started preparing for this was that I did not know what else to do after 12th. Like most of the people join engineering for that reason only because it's easier, everybody is doing it, so let's do it. So that is why I chose it. But there came a time when Flipkart was launched. I mean, at least Flipkart was introduced to me. Can you turn off the mic? Obviously. So that was the time when Flipkart was introduced, and I was very excited to see that you can now actually shop online. That was a big thing for me. I was in Patna, Bihar, and I was preparing for 12th, and that was the time I decided that I actually feel like doing engineering. So that is when I started preparing for it, and journey have been so great. I mean, it's adventurous. I joined college. I spent a lot of times in library, and then I interacted with this professors in first year because everybody is excited about the college in first year. So I did everything that I could to get good marks and all. But was that exactly why I was there? So answer was no. I was there because I wanted to start an e-commerce company. That was the purpose. So I started following that, and in that period, in that pursuit, I kind of started losing grip on the study side of mine, the syllabus part. I kind of also started losing the interest in that thing. I mean, everything, the syllabus, everything that college asked me to do, all those things, I started losing interest in that. But I kept doing it. I mean, there was a time when I actually thought of quitting, and I tried. I mean, on a trial basis. In my second year, I thought, I mean, let's try for 15 days. Let's not go to college for 15 days, and let's try to follow my passion for entrepreneurs, and let's see how it goes. So that is what I tried, but that did not work. I mean, I tried quitting 3 4 times, but after that, I felt that maybe I am not prepared enough. So I kept going to the college. When you do something like this, you do not only just get bad marks, you also get year downs, you also get backlogs. So that happened to me also. I got a lot of backlog. I mean, doing this, I actually did not appear for several examinations for one semester, and I got year down. But that wasn't the bad part because that was the time I had started my first venture as an entrepreneur. So, I mean, this kind of adventure you can only see as an engineer, as an engineering student. So, can we go to the next slide, please? So first of all, happy Engineers Day. I mean, whatever your reason may be, uh, everybody's dream is to get big package, or somebody wants to build something, or the journey overall. So happy Engineers Day. Next slide. So let's talk a little about college and college life and the purpose most of us join this. It's gonna be casual. It's gonna be funny. So let's do that. Bhushan, can we get to the next slide? Again, next fourth page. On the next page, please. Yes. So why exactly would you choose engineering, or most of you are here because you already have chosen it? So it can be a lot of reasons. You wanted job, you wanted a safe career, or you wanted to build something, or like we have mentioned, like Zakir Khan said, life mein chahiye thi इज्जत. So I want to know in the when we are will go into Q&A sessions, I would like to know that you get the इज्जत or not, or I mean like Gangs of Wasseypur style, ऐसे ही sexy लग रहा था. So you took the engineering. So what was your purpose? And that doesn't actually matter, you know. If you see in the world, a lot of people, at least in India, I mean, 90% of the students who join engineering do not know what they want to do. They just do it because everybody is doing it. But eventually, after they finish the college, they do something else. They go doing something else, I mean, somewhere else. And that actually is the fun of doing engineering. You can do anything. You can become an entrepreneur. You can become content creator. You can become a motivational speaker. A lot of things, because that is the kind of information, that is the kind of knowledge you get in a college. So I'll tell you what kind of college I had. So if you have ever went to Alandi, MIT, you will see it's more like a temple than a college. Lot of dharmic things happen there. So when you'll go there, you forget about first thing, that is having fun. You be very disciplined. You'll have to be, because that's the kind of mahal they have created. So all those things happen. So what are the things as and as an engineering student you should keep in mind while you are in college? We'll see in the next slide. So let's go on the next slide, and I've noted down a few things. So first of all, expectations. So let's go to that. And if you are still in college, then you must be having a lot of expectation, and a lot of those wasn't fulfilled, and you already saw that. So बंदियां ही बंदियां होगी, right? एक बार इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में चले जाओ, देखो कैसे बंदियां मिलती हैं तुम्हें. और उसके बाद दूसरी चीज ये होती है, मैकेनिकल वालों को बंदियां नहीं मिलती. So these are the things that we think before getting into the college. And इसका opposite ही होता है. पे पूरी अकाल पड़ी होती है, और होती भी है तो भाई तुम्हारे लिए नहीं होती. एंड देन मैकेनिकल में ज्यादा ही होती है, मतलब जितना एक्सपेक्ट करते हो. Then professional will be very like mentors, guruji. They will guide you, they will tell you everything, but in reality they actually create problems for you in terms of exams, assignments, all those things. You do not like that as a student. देन उसके बाद आते हैं 9 CPA से नीचे आएगा नहीं, 90%, 95% करना है. बट रियलिटी ये है कि यू गेट बैकलॉग्स, यू गेट ईयर डाउन्स, all those things happen. Barely you cross 7 8. So that happens. That's the reality. That not only happens, that's the reality, and most of us go through that. Most of us do that. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, we'll see later. Expectation होता है we'll get a good package, 20 lakh, 50 lakh, 1 year. But in reality, most of us get 5, 10 LPA. That's the average package. Most of us dream of going to Google, getting placed in Google, Microsoft, all those big companies. In reality, we all go to Infosys, Accenture, Wipro, like that. So these things happen, and that's the real fun of engineering college. I'll tell you, I mean, most of my friends in college are placed in these three companies in the right side: Infosys, Accenture, Wipro, Cognizant, all those things. So that's not a bad thing, actually. I mean, you must be thinking that if I'm mentioning this, it's a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. You get what you work for. That's how it works. So I'll just tell you a few points which actually is important as a student. You should keep in mind because you are still in college. I generally, I used to complain in college that no teacher is actually giving attention, personal attention to any student. They are simply giving the assignments. They are coming to the classes. They are just writing something on blackboard, whiteboard, or showing some PPTs, and they go. They do not care about us. But they later realized that it's not the time when teachers will actually give anything about you. It's you who have to be responsible for everything that happens to you now. It's that time. So I have noted a few learnings that I learned as an entrepreneur, as a college student, and everything. I have mentioned few of them in the next slide. Let's go to that. So the goal is to enjoy. Uh, One of the questions I think one of you have asked that should we enjoy in college? So yes, we should. That exactly is the goal of college. You you get into college dreaming that you'll get this package, that package, you'll do this, that. None of that happens, or maybe most of that do not happen in the college, right? But you still have to enjoy. You have to enjoy studying. You have to enjoy spending time with your friend. You have to enjoy giving examinations. The goal is to enjoy. You have to enjoy learning. Now, how you do that, that's up to you. How different people study, that's up to them. I mean, you might have to study 8 hours. Some people get things in 2 hours. Some people do not study, they study in the evening, and they just get marks. So all those things happen. So it's up to you. And keep in mind that yes, you have to enjoy, because there isn't much enjoyment after the college. That's the best part of the life. If you're in the engineering college, that's the best part of your life. You have to enjoy few things. Let's go to the next slide. So, things you should know. First thing, you do not have to be Ranchu to become an engineer. You all have, or you must have, watched Three Idiots, right? Rancho Das Chanjar. I mean, in that, they show that you have to be passionate about what you are doing, engineering. Uh, you have to love what you are doing. You should have this kind of mind, that kind of mindset. That isn't the reality. I mean, the thing is, most of us did not know why we wanted to go into the college, leave alone this thing, I mean, passion and everything. So you do not have to have that kind of mindset. I mean, if that is the case, then it's okay. But if you do not have that kind of mindset, that is also okay. If you're already into the college, you joined the college, then it's not a big deal. You just have to survive there. You just have to study there. It's like if you are already in the sea, you have to somehow survive. You have to cross the sea. You have to land somewhere. So it's like that, and you have to do that happily. It should not feel like burden. I mean, I know it's hard, the syllabus and everything, but you have to do it. I was in second year or maybe third year. I mean, in the time when I was at year down, I was doing my startup. It was going well. I used to organize a lot of event and everything. I had a lot of contacts. I built a lot of contacts in Pune. All those things I did. But every day, every single day, I thought of actually quitting it. But the only thought that held me there, that was आधा रास्ता क्रॉस कर चुके हैं अभी. Let's do it. थोड़ा सा और कर लेते हैं. I knew, I mean, what I was learning in the college wasn't very beneficial for me. I did not, I mean, actually use even a single thing uh, in practical life, actually. I mean, being very frank to you. If you're from computer engineering, IT maybe when there is something that you can use here, but in computer engineering, I mean, उनके syllabus ऐसे होते हैं कि you do not get to use those things very much in real world, unless you are completely tech savvy or you want to build something in the field of technology. So I wasn't, I mean, the syllabus and everything wasn't that useful to me, and I thought of quitting it. I mean, why am I even, I mean, year down? It's better to be a drop out. So all those things kept coming in my mind. But one thought, आधा आ गए, आधा ही बचा है. It's like समंदर में आ गए, you have to cross the river, you have to cross the sea. So that's the goal, I mean, and do it with smile on your face. I mean, enjoy करो, that's the thing. Then you do not have to be a Raju either. रोते हुए वही जो मैंने बोला कि you do not have to रो through all the time. भगवान को अगरबत्तियां दिखा रहे हैं, all those things, you do not have to do that. I mean, just आ गए तो enjoy करो, पढ़ो, पढ़ना is very important, करो उसको. Then you'll have to make yourself worthy of what you want. This is the most important point for your life also and for your college also. You want 8 SGPA, work for that, study that hard. And अगर बूझ मार रहे हो कहीं friend के room पे and you are expecting 8 SGPA, that is not going to happen. But वो आपको depression में जरूर डाल देगा, that's for sure. So be worthy. I mean, ready to work that hard. I mean, everything has a cost. If you want to earn 1 CR a year, work like that, study like that. If you want to, if you do not want to work at all, just accept what comes towards you. That is all you can do about it, right? Then you'll have to look for the right people who can help you with what you want. It's very important point. Another, uh, mentors are very important. I got my mentors in different ways. As an entrepreneur, you have to keep looking for people who can help you because you do not know nothing. So that is why you go out, you figure out what you want. You want a job, find people who can help you with the job. Or it can be a HR, it can be some company's HR, or maybe your college placement officer. It can be your seniors. Then the people. I mean, if you have a company in mind that this company I have to go to, then keep in mind that. I mean, do some research, find something about company, what kind of questions they ask, what kind of work they do, what technology should I be studying, and do that. You look for the people who can help you reach your goal. Then learning how to live is more important than your syllabus. As true as it gets, it does not matter how many, what kind of SGPA, CGPA you get in your college. Ultimate goal is to live life, right? So learn to live life. It's more important than syllabus. Your salary might not be as good as you expected or as big as your friends, but you still have to live, and you cannot live while, I mean, or you cannot spend your whole life crying or blaming someone. So you have to learn how to live, and it's not related to money or it's not related to any material success. You have to, I mean, it's a simple life. I mean, with the 30,000 you will live the same happy life, you can live the same life, and with 1 CR also you can live the same life. It's all about state of mind. So you have to learn it, how you can survive with the amount that you have. And it's very not at all dependent on money. So do not focus on that. Learn to how will learn how to live your life. See what's important for you and what's not. Then people are important. I have made a mistake of ignoring people in my college life because I thought, I mean, if my goal is entrepreneurship, then I should be focusing on that and not on friendship and all those things. Later, I realized that it's very important. I mean, you will not be able to celebrate any success, no matter where you are, small or big, or failure. If you have to say the failure also, you need people. You need people who care about you. So you will not be able to celebrate even success if you do not have people who care about you. It can be a friend, it can be a family, it can be any relative who care about you. So give time to them. I mean, spend time with them. Choose the right people. I mean, you do not have to choose family, but friends you can choose. So choose the friend who you feel comfortable with, who you can share your feelings with, then who can help you in your journey. So all those things, keep all those things in mind, and they are very important. Keep that in mind, and enjoy the college. I cannot actually see the last point because it's not appearing here. Can you scroll a little? Yes, invest on yourself. Right. So by investing on yourself, I mean it's again related to the previous point. Uh, Learn how to live life. Basically, invest in good books. It's very important. I mean, in India, we have very lack of these things. Not very people. Many people are reading good books. Syllabus सब पढ़ लेते हैं, मतलब 10 book एक साल में खत्म कर देते हैं, एग्जाम दे लेते हैं. But we still do not know how to live a satisfying life. हमेशा पैसों के बारे में बात नहीं होती. It can be a soft skill, it can be a communication, it can be uh, productivity. Any kind of book that you feel that you need to learn this thing in order to achieve your goal. For example, for me, जब मैं बिगिनिंग में सेकेंड ईयर ना, एक बार मेरी छोटी सी प्रेजेंटेशन थी, 5-10 लोग थे. I went on the stage. I had to do a small presentation, and डर से I was shaking. My body was shaking. I was shivering. So that was the situation. I realized that I have fear of stage. I cannot speak in front of people. So what I did, I started a company which was related to event where I had to stand in on the stage and speak in front of people. And in the meantime, I took a class, I took a course, I found a mentor who can help me get rid of that fear. Eventually I overcame that fear. Now I'm able to speak to you. I can speak fluently. I can speak the way I want. So those things. I mean, these are the small hurdles that you have to, cross. You have to win such small challenges, and then you will be able to reach your goal. So invest in yourself. Read good books. Read good. I mean, maybe if it can be a technology, it can be a blog, anything. So you feel that you need to learn these things. Spend money on that rather than partying and all those things. Party is important also. Like I said, you have to enjoy, but do it in moderation. So let's go to next slide. So the degree is just a piece of paper, but it's important. Like lost, I mean, if you're from entrepreneurship community, a lot of people say degree is just a piece of paper. But after a college, I realized that it's not just a piece of paper. It gives you a lot of credibility, at least in current time, and it always have been. I mean, degree is important. Even if you want to say that I'm an engineer, you need a degree for that. You cannot be a dropout and you can call yourself engineer. Uh, that matters for society, and you have to live in society. So let's do that. I mean, it can be any degree, but it's not that valueless. So keep that in mind. Complete करो अपना course अच्छे से करो. Let's go to next slide. So you do not have to top, but score matters. Like I said, 9 SGPA, 8 SGPA, all those things may not be possible for everyone. कुछ लोग हैं आगे फर्स्ट बेंचर्स वाले, अपन तो बैक बेंचर थे, but in the end I was able to maintain a good SGPA. It was between 8 and 7. A good score, by the way. So you do not have to top, but score matters. Maintain a good score. अच्छी job मिल जाएगी if you are skilled. The intention here is to earn knowledge, right? Not score. Simply score लाके तुम रट के पास करके 9 एजी पे ला लिए और इंटरव्यू में गए और वहां पे टेक्निकल राउंड में जाके निकल के बाहर आ गए. That is not going to help you get the job. Even to get your job, you need to learn things. If you want to coder, then learn how to code. So to find time for that, you need to do a little less on theoretical part and do more on actual implementation part. So learn how to do what you want to do rather than simply memorizing it. So exam basically आपकी memory test है, तो आपको फोकस करना है प्रैक्टिकल चीजों पे. लर्न थियरी इंपॉर्टेंट है बट प्रैक्टिकल ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. डू बोथ द थिंग्स एंड अच्छे स्कोर मेंटेन करो, बट टॉप करने की जरूरत नहीं है. लेट्स गो ऑन द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. Like I said already, focus on learning, not just coding. Let's go ahead. So after life, it's very simple. कॉलेज के बाद चीजें थोड़ी डिफरेंट हो जाती. You won't find much time to spend with your friend because if you are already employed, placement हो चुकी है, तो you will be working. Lot of my friends work from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lot of them work from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. अभी तो वर्क फ्रॉम होम में एक्स्ट्रा काम करवा रहे हैं. And if you are entrepreneur, you have to focus. I mean, you have to work 24 hours based on your capacity also. So you have to give a lot of time to what you're doing. You have to focus on that. So that's basically afterlife, but that's the real life actually. You have to live here. You have to be responsible. College में क्या होता है कि parents के दम पे रहता है, but here you have to learn how to earn. Then you have to make sure that. Can you give me a moment, please?
Sure, Sudhanshu. Yes. Yeah, guys, so there is something out there with him. Yeah, till then you can start pouring in questions. We This slide is now to finish, so till then what you can do is you can start putting the questions in the comment box about anything about engineering life or afterlife, anything, because this guy has experienced both. So he can certainly give you some advice in both the sections. So you can start putting in the questions in the chat, and we'll be starting with the question section soon. Yeah, thank you,
Yes.
Sudhanshu.
Yeah. So, are we getting into the Q&A session?
So are we done? Okay, we're done.
Yes. So that was overall the things that I wanted to say. Basically, it's you have to be more responsible after you finish the college. So that's all about engineering and everything. That's basically just gist of that. Uh, Focus on learning, enjoy your college life. That's very important. Keep your friends in touch. All those things. Thank you.
Yes, that was really great. Even I was so much engrossed into the PPT that I started relating my engineering life with it. Okay. Uh, Thank you so much, Sudhanshu. And there are a lot of questions, and we have reshared the links on all the groups, the new links, so people are starting to join. So we are
Okay.
going to get a good count now. So the questions which
Okay.
I have collected, okay.
Hmm.
So I'll go with the first question is from Manjula Reddy, wherein she's asking
Okay.
that which aspects are dangerous in college life? Is enjoying correct in college life?
So dangerous aspects are basically when you are not focused on your actual thing. The first thing, when you are in college, you have to focus on college. That's the primary goal. A lot of us forget what we are here for, and that is very dangerous. That can cost you your time. That can cost you money. That can even cost you career. So focus when you're college, your primary focus should be a college. Even if you want to be an entrepreneur or you want to start a startup, you have to keep in mind that college is the first thing you want to do. And enjoying, like I said, that's very important. Enjoy every aspect of it. Enjoy learning. Enjoy partying. Enjoy spending time with your friends. So it's very important.
Okay, fine. Nicely answered, Sudhanshu. So the next question is from Harish Arepalli. How the students should be there in college life, and how should they decide the future after college life?
Uh, that deciding future is not actually in your hands, but what the best suggestion I can give you is have a goal. I mean, a lot of us do not have goal when we are in college. I mean, we should not be supposed to have a goal basically because we were kids when we started the college and we are expected to decide our future at that age. I mean, with that little information and experience, we cannot do that. So have a goal. I mean, once you enter the college, first of all, do what you are supposed to do in college, and other than that, have a goal. Do you want to join a company as an engineer? Do you want to start a startup? Do you want to choose a different career after that? Keep the focus straight, and I mean, even your smallest step count. So do whatever you can to achieve that.
Okay, fine. So going towards the next question, which is from Karthik Kornu, how to develop subject skills in the core.
Like I said, you have to have a goal. I mean, if you want to go into the core only, do the best that you can in your capacity. Find mentors, spend time learning that, because ultimately skilled people are only hired. I've seen a lot of people who having good scores and struggling to get a job. Lot of them have done that. Even people with 9 SGPA, 9 CGPA had gone through that because they did not know anything about the industry. They did not know anything practically. All they had was score. So develop a skill. Focus on that. I mean, having a good mentor can help you. But if you are from CS or IT background, YouTube videos work too.
Okay, fine. So the next question is from a typical engineer where he has said no. Yes, no. Okay, fine. So there is account Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. The word learn is having two concepts. If you learn, you cannot earn. Now only Sudhanshu can answer this.
The word learn is having two concepts. If you won't learn, you cannot earn. That is in fact true. I mean, learning here can be taken in general sense. that even if you want to live life, you have to learn how to live life. You want to earn money, you have to learn how to earn money. It can be in any sector, it can be in engineering, it can be in finance. So you have to learn the skills which can pay you, right? People are willing to pay for the to the people who are actually willing to work for them, or at least the people who solve problems. So learn, yes. If you want to become a software engineer and get paid for that, be a good software engineer. You want to become a financial advisor, be good at finances, accounts and everything.
Okay, fine. So I request it can we invest rather than spend time with family and friends. I guess it is contradictory to what you said, Sudhanshu.
Can you explain this question? I did not get it.
No, it's like somewhere you mentioned, right? You should spend time with friends and family, right?
Right.
So he's saying that invest
Okay,
time
rather
somewhere.
than spending time with family, you should invest.
Right.
Uh, that actually is not a bad advice, but I would like to twist a little, because when you consider quality time, then that is investment. If you are wasting time with your friends, then that is wasting time, obviously. So if you have 24 hours, then you should be spending at least 6 hours on your goals, and remaining 2 3 hours with your friends. Then it will be investing, because you need to keep a proper professional life and personal life in balance. In general, we say work-life balance, but for students, basically, college life and this thing, your study, all those things, you have to keep that in balance. So it's important that you do not invest a lot of time with friends, but you do invest. That's important.
Okay, fine. So talents are always appreciated. Improve skills. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for this thing. And Sudhanshu, we do have a lot of questions. So if you have time, we can take more questions.
Sure, sure, sure. No,
Okay, okay, fine. So there were some questions which were asked to me. So can you explain the dark sides of the afterlife? Because I can see the participants, most of the participants have passed out their engineering. There are people like us who are working or doing something. So they have joined us to see the afterlife scenario. So अभी
okay.
स्टूडेंट की बात हो गई अभी आफ्टर लाइफ बता दो.
आफ्टर लाइफ बेसिकली जितना मैंने देखा है, देयर आर टू टाइम, बेसिकली थ्री टाइप्स इफ यू कंसीडर स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स आल्सो. So one is people who did not get their jobs easily after college, and दूसरे वो थे जो शुरू से फोकस्ड थे, and they got the job, they got good package and everything. So दोनों ही जिंदगी में कहीं ना कहीं थोड़े से स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, और दोनों ही एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. अ, जो नहीं चाहते थे कि उनको जॉब, मतलब वो जॉब करना चाहते थे कभी, तो उस तरह के लोगों को थोड़ी डिफिकल्टीज आ रही हैं. दे आर बेसिकली कंप्लेनिंग एवरी डे that it's not just a job, it's mazduri. So they are using terms like this, uh, and that actually is true. If you have a very you do not get a good package, it becomes very difficult, because you spend 10 12 hours working on something that you did not want to, and you get less paid less. But on the other side, the people who are getting good packages, they kind of enjoying it, because they are able to, at least after working for 5 days a week, they are able to spend that kind of money doing parties, spending friends, spending time with friends, then going out and everything. So those are the things. Then you become a little. Dark side of it is basically, if you don't like it, that is the complete dark thing for you. Otherwise, if you're enjoying it, there's nothing dark about it. It's just a life like any other career. For startup founders, it's little tiresome, because you have to do everything on your own. You have to think, you have to work, you have to travel. Everything that you have to do on your own. So it's little hard, but yes, it's adventurous. It's very entertaining if you like these kind of things.
Okay, so this is why should student accept the college time as foundation for future?
Uh, according to my experience, they should not. Based on my experience, I mean, 4 years you spend learning almost nothing. You basically complete assignment all. If your passion is to do these things, then that is fine. But if you are not, then that should not be considered as the foundation, right? If you want to build a good foundation, start investing that on the same money you invest in college. That is kind of hypothetical for Indian culture because we do need degree, we do not need these things. But in general, I'm saying that we should not actually invest that kind of money, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs for 4 years of education. We can invest the same money and you can do a lot better than that. In fact, today itself, I found a lot of students getting placed with the good packages, 23 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 35 lakhs from my own college in the time when people were studying from home and not in the campuses. While in campus they were getting 8 lakh, 10 lakh kind of packages. So you see, I mean, when people are working, I mean, in their own times, working towards what they want, they are doing better. So that cannot be considered as a foundation, but I mean, based on our education system and everything, I mean, that's not something I can actually comment on.
Okay, fine, Sudhanshu. So, good evening, sir. Good evening, Sakshi. Okay, fine. So, guys, you can post your questions over here. So, we will conclude at 5:30. Okay.
Okay.
So, till then, I will ask the questions which I get from the students most of the time. So, as Sudhanshu told that I also agree with the point that you should enjoy as much as possible in engineering, but of course by keeping the appropriate balance, right? मतलब इतना भी enjoy नहीं करना है कि वाईडी हो जाए,
Right.
इतना भी नहीं कि like the Chatur from Three Idiots, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So all the engineering students which are attending right now, I would tell them to just keep, जैसे job students को work life balance बोलते हैं, वैसे मैं engineer students को बोलूँगा study life balance, keep it. It's personal
Exactly.
advice from me and Sudhanshu. So I know if people can ask why you're suggesting so, but that's why I quote that it's a personal advice from us. Okay. So Sudhanshu, I would like to ask you like, what was the major change you had after doing engineering? Like, what is the mindset that developed in you that you feel that felt that you should share with the students?
Uh, it wasn't for me. From personal perspective or point of view, it wasn't much of a change for me, except for a few points that I will mention. Because I was involved with my venture since the beginning. I was spending a lot of times with my venture and less time in college. Even though I had 80% attendance criteria, and that was very strict criteria in my college, but I was very focused towards my journey. So it wasn't much of change except for few things. Like now, it feels a little, you do not have anybody to turn to. In college you had a backup, like okay, ठीक है, startup काम नहीं करेगा, I still have college, I mean I can do these things. You had a fallback option that you do not get after college. वो जो comfort होता ना कि being pampered, भले ही टीचर कितना भी कुछ कर लें, but in the end that is your comfort zone. And you after college that थोड़ा सा difficult लगता है after that. Then you start being responsible, you take responsibility for everything that happens to you. Other than that, you feel much better about yourself after finishing college because now you are taking responsibility of yourself. That is a very important point, that you are now feeling responsible. You think that you can do something. You do not have anybody above you telling that, and that's the kind of freedom you will actually enjoy after your college. अगेन दोनों चीजों के डिसएडवांटेज एडवांटेज होते हैं,
Right.
परेशानियां होती है.
Right. To just to make it interesting, let's do this thing. What we वो करण जौहर के इसमें क्या होता है? Fireside. What is that? Okay, fireside round.
Five side.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah. So top three regrets you have from your engineering life.
I wish I could have joined in sports activities more.
Okay, one.
Then that's the only regret.
Top three regrets. Of course, there will be more regrets. The points which you shared, they tell a lot of regrets you must have had in engineering life.
Actually, I kind of shifted that perspective into the positive side, so I do not feel regret about that.
Okay, okay. So now the perspective has changed. Okay. So then the
Yeah.
other quick question is, what is your regret in afterlife?
Uh, Nothing actually. The only thing is, I mean, COVID kind of disrupted my business, so I was sad. I was working in better time, normal time, to build this venture better.
Right, 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 right. वैसा ही होता है. I thought Sudhanshu will answer like काश मैंने जाके वो लड़की से बात की होती. Engineering life regret.
I did not have that kind of regret because every time I liked somebody, I told her.
Okay, okay. So Jawaharlal Nehru ji is always here to surprise us. Why does a new trend of studying MBA is spreading in engineering students? Who are the builders of future?
Entrepreneurs are the builders of future. The reason I'm saying is uh, because you need to think differently, just like Elon Musk and all the other entrepreneurs, to be able to make the future better. And why people are going towards MBA, that's not a new thing. A lot of people have been doing that for a long time. Like I said, I mean, previously, not all of us know in college know what we want to do. So maybe after we do not get a job, or maybe after we find that this what I'm doing here is not interesting enough, they tend to shift towards different sectors. A lot of people do. I mean, not only MBA, a lot of people go for designing. A lot of people go for game design, finance, then business. A lot of people shift their careers. I mean, engineering is the field where you can start with that, but go anywhere else. I mean, anywhere you want. So that's the kind of thing it is.
Okay, very nicely. How to ask, sir? Please post your question in the comment. That's how you ask the question in YouTube Live. There is no option to talk over here. Okay, yeah. So then again, continuing with the rapid fire. अभी याद आया मुझे उसको rapid fire बोलते हैं. Okay. Continuing with the rapid fire. Top three tips you'll give to the current engineers.
Uh, do best at what you are into, uh, coding or whatever you are doing. Then learn to make this work life thing in balance. I mean, how do you do that? That's very important. And learn how to build finance. Ultimately, that's very important. Use save or whatever. I mean, investing, saving, all those things. Learn to do that.
Right. So next rapid fire question is top three things you learned from engineering.
Patience. Then how to handle rejections, how to improve yourself, how to basically overcome your weaknesses.
Right, right, right. So, Sudhanshu, I was going to the next question, but this is a very nice point. I think which engineers should know is how to handle rejection, right?
Right,
Because इंजीनियरिंग लाइफ में फर्स्ट ईयर से फोर्थ ईयर तक बहुत बार रिजेक्शन होते हैं, चाहे वो
right,
लड़कियों का हो या योर टीचर इज नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग योर असाइनमेंट, यू आर लूजिंग इन
right,
कॉम्पिटिशन, योर पेपर इज नॉट गेटिंग एक्सेप्टेड, you
right,
are having backlogs, why you're down. So like we were engineers 4 years back, so we take that see things very much seriously that अरे यार ये हो गया, बाकी लोग पास हो रहे हैं, मेरा ऐसा हो रहा है, मेरा वैसा हो रहा
right.
है. And I have seen a lot of my friends going into depression just because of having a backlog or not doing well,
Exactly.
changing their life like drastically. So there was a friend of mine who was very much lively in till second year, and after that he got one or two, three backlogs, and then he was the very different person after that 2 years. So I would just tell you guys that engineering है हाँ आपके करियर के लिए important है, but just go with the flow, आपके weaknesses को conquer करो, but don't fear rejection and don't change the state which you are in. Right? Why I am
Exactly.
elaborating this is Sudhanshu, because nowadays we are conducting webinars and the kind of questions I am getting, I am able to realize that उनकी mentality कैसी है, right? So there is
Exactly.
a lot of
Yes.
fear which I can see in their questions. That's why I thought of elaborating this to
I
the
mean,
people.
lot of rejections will even after college you will face a lot of rejections. Lot of I mean, many times you'll have to be patient. That's the only option you have. And that's the all you can do. I mean, we are not capable enough in the same way. I mean, our strength is not the same. Somebody might be stronger, somebody might be weaker. You might be able to memorize a lot of things, other might not be able to do that. So all those things are part of life. I mean, that is not only limited to college. So be able to handle that. Be, I mean, that's the pressure that you have to actually uh, be able to handle throughout your life. I mean, life is all about that. So do not get discouraged. Only thing is, I mean, if you're tired, if you feel like, if you feel depressed, tired, like giving up, just take a break. I mean, break of 15 days, 10, 30 days, even a year. Year down bhi chalta hai if you're that depressed, if you're feeling that low. But stand up again. Do that.
ये
Do,
जस्ट मुझे
I mean,
बात
complete
शेयर
what you
करनी है। द थिंग आई रिग्रेट इन माय इंजीनियरिंग लाइफ इज मुझे ऐसे अभी बाद में लगता है कि मुझे ईयर डाउन होना था। मतलब मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि यार मैंने एक ईयर डाउन करके मैंने रेस्ट लिया होता, थोड़ा कुछ सीखा होता, कुछ किया होता। दैट इज द थिंग आई रिग्रेट कि आई वांटेड अ ईयर डाउन इन इंजीनियरिंग। मेरा पूरा
In that
सर्कल भी
case, I do not have regret. I had the year down.
यार सीरियसली द फ्रेंड्स व्हिच आई हैव जिनका ईयर डाउन हुआ है उनकी लाइफ बन गई है। उनके पूरे कॉलेज में कॉन्टैक्ट्स बन गए हैं। सब ईयर्स के साथ कॉन्टैक्ट बन जाते हैं। सो दैट इज सो सी व्हाई आई एम टेलिंग इज सी हाउ वी आर एन्जॉयिंग ईयर डाउन राइट नाउ। सो यू डोंट हैव टू
Right.
स्ट्रेस अपॉन इट। ओके?
Exactly.
बहुत लोग तो
You have to utilize that time. I mean, year down is not that bad.
हाँ जी। एंड योर बैच इज़ वेरी लकी यू नो बिकॉज़ आपके बैच के बाद आई डोंट थिंक पीपल एंड कंपनीज़ आर गोइंग टू लुक एट योर डिग्रीज़, दे आर गोइंग टू लुक एट योर स्किल्स।
Exactly.
ओके, जैसे आपने ट्रेंड देखा होगा, सब डिग्रीज़ देखना बंद कर दिया है। टेस्ला, गूगल, फेसबुक ने तो ऑलरेडी अनाउंस कर दिया कि हम लोग डिग्री देखेंगे नहीं। तो
Exactly.
व्हाई आर यू फेयरिंग? आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड इंजीनियरिंग, इंजीनियरिंग, इंजीनियरिंग। So, Sudhanshu, so last 3 minutes, so very much important questions which I'll ask you to conclude. So, how to handle that thing जब भी हम इंजीनियरिंग करते हैं तो हमको लगता है कि इंजीनियरिंग कभी ख़त्म नहीं होनी चाहिए, मुझे यहीं पे रहना है, मुझे यहाँ पे ही एंजॉय करना है, आगे जाके आगे की लाइफ नहीं चाहिए। सो आई वांट यू टू आंसर दैट हाउ टू मूव ऑन फ्रॉम दिस। ओके? फिर उसके बाद सेकंड क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगेन जब हम लोग आफ्टर लाइफ में जाते हैं तभी हमको वापस वो वाला रिग्रेट होता है कि हमको वापस इंजीनियरिंग में जाके एंजॉय करना है। तो ये दोनों चीज़ों से हाउ टू मूव ऑन एंड हाउ टू बी हैप्पी, बिकॉज़ ये क्वेश्चंस दोनों साइड में होते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स को भी होते हैं
Right.
एंड
Right.
इनको भी होते हैं। जैसे 4th ईयर में जो लास्ट के 3 महीने होते हैं वो सबको पता ही है कैसे होते हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
यस।
So basically, it's like when we were a child, we wanted to basically to grow up. We wanted to be able to ride the bike, and we when we learned how to ride the bike, we wanted to learn how to drive a car. So it's just like that. I mean, initially it's hard, it's difficult. You hate these things. When you enter college, when you have to complete assignments and all, you start hating that. But when you get comfortable with that, you do not want that to end. Am I audible?
यस, 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 यस।
Okay. So when you get comfortable with that, when you start enjoying that, you do not want that to end. Like currently, I'm learning how to swim, but it's very difficult for me. But when I learn a few moves, I start enjoying that. So it's the same thing in the college also. You make friends, you start enjoying that, and it's little. You feel like this time should never end. So it's just like that, and it's just life. You have to move on. Lot of for good things and for better things. So it's like that only. I mean, college life must end because you want to start a new adventure. You have to enjoy. You have to make. I mean, that friends will still be there, but yeah, you also have to make new friends with whom you will be continuing the career. Maybe one of them will be your spouses. You will marry them. I mean, a lot of things might have a lot of possibilities there. Some of them will become your business partners. So you just have to accept what's coming towards you and give your best to that. And I mean, before finishing that, I would like to give you one mantra that I apply. I recently learned that you have to live in a single day. You do not have tomorrow. You did not have yesterday. You have to live today. So by the end of the day, every person in any from any field, you should remember that. I mean, you should say to yourself that you did the best you could today, and tomorrow can do its worst. I'm ready for that, but I've enjoyed my life today. That's the very important mantra that I've learned, and that made me very happy as a person. I mean, a lot of difficulties will be faced. I'm facing, but still, that mantra is helping. So you should keep that in mind. Uh, Bhusan, I cannot hear you. I think.
Yeah, so Sudhanshu, I said that we'll do a quick wrap up with the last question and closing
No,
notes.
sir.
Okay, so
So,
we will not disappoint this question from Nehruji, which is your comment on faculty role in creating impact and enthusiasm in subjects of students. Very nice question.
uh, first thing, I mean, faculties should not be just called faculties; they should be called mentors. What I've realized from my experience that they just do their jobs and not honestly. They do job like the job, but not as a mentor. And students need a mentor. I mean, we do not know what to do. We do not know how to deal with life. You also have to teach, along with engineering, you have to teach how to live life, how to survive in the college. That should be one of the jobs to teachers and professors should be doing. You should be able to relate with us, not just put something in PPT and just go through the slides and end the session. At least there should be time when you actually connect with the students. Then that will impact so much because I have my personal experience. I have both good mentors and bad mentors, and I've learned this the very hard way that if your mentor is good, a student is going to be good. That's for sure. So you have to be able to connect with students. You may not be able to connect with hundreds of them, but you do not. You just have to focus on few points which will make them comfortable enough to learn from you. That's all we can do about it.
So yes, so the faculty role, which is a very good question, and I would like to say that हाँ हो रहा है इंडिया में, the education policy is changing. Okay, so yes, I hope the government comes up with such things wherein the faculty
Bhushan,
are,
actually, it's not just about education policy. It can be a personal responsibility every professor should take. That I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, I was
connect. I mean,
coming
it's
to that point actually. I was coming to that point because first I was starting about content, that the content should improvise,
right,
which they are
right,
passing, and then again they should come up with that mentality and mindset that you're telling, that they should teach it with enthusiasm. I totally
exactly,
agree with this question because आपने भी देखा होगा इंजीनियरिंग में स्टूडेंट्स टीचर्स आते हैं पीपीटी खोलते हैं स्क्रॉल डाउन करके चले
exactly,
जाते हैं, right?
exactly,
So I feel the content should improvise in which the education policy and all will play a role, and बाद में it is of course a personal choice of the teachers wherein they should take enthusiasm and teach it, right?
right,
तभी जाके स्टूडेंट को इंटरेस्ट आता है. तो very nice
exactly.
question, and there are a lot of good things we are comments we are receiving, so I guess people have liked your session, Sudhanshu.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
So guys, the recording will be available. Of course, you can see it. And if you have any questions and all, I'll share Sudhanshu's LinkedIn link as well as his email address in the groups which we are in, as well as the description. You can connect with
Sure,
him
sure.
anytime, and he's a very helpful person. Yes. So last thing, let's just do a last drop, and we will end it.
So, guys, I mean, सब मोह माया है. Enjoy the life. That's all I can say. Enjoy engineering. Enjoy afterlife. Enjoy any kind of life that life throws at you. That's the very important point. Just do it.
Yes, and the same thing from me. ज़्यादा सोचो मत. There is no use thinking past to past, fail to fail. Just work on improving yourself in a very
Yeah.
minute way, and take tips from your seniors like us. हमने वो life जी है. ज़्यादा टेंशन मत लो, आराम से इंजीनियरिंग कर लो, आराम से जॉब वॉब सब मिल जाता है. I have seen worst of my friends getting the very highest package which we never
Exactly.
ओके. जिनको लोग वाईडी बोलते थे वो अभी सबसे ज्यादा पैकेज ले रहे हैं. तो चिल मारो, एंजॉय योर इंजीनियरिंग लाइफ. Like you can see, one of our wish is to go back into the engineering life, and you are over there, so enjoy it. Okay. And for the second type of audience, which are like us, who have passed engineering, doing job startups and all, we are in the same troop, and I'm also enjoying this life of mine, and it's very exciting. So yeah, as we say, as we move on, we have got more good opportunities to come with, and best of all luck all of you, and a very happy engineers day once again.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your life.
Yeah, and as we are ending, the participants are increasing. Okay, thank you so much guys. Please do watch the recording. And Sudhanshu, we okay,
Yes.
so yeah, so this guy has to say thank you for you, Sudhanshu. Nehru ji,
Welcome, sir. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for asking so many questions. Those were very important questions to be addressed. Thank you so much.
नेहरू जी से आपको कमेंट मिली है देखो. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. And very so see, we are having the maximum count when we are ending. Okay, fine. So, guys, once again, thank you so much, Ali Ansari. He says that it was an excellent and informative session.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Right. So thank you so much, everyone, and we are enjoying that you like this session. Okay, so we will come up with new sessions, Sudhanshu. I do have some plans with you. Okay, so we will
Sure, sure.
come up with new sessions, and yeah, so
Definitely.
Sudhanshu is always there. And once again, a very happy Engineers Day, and enjoy, Garo. The best of luck for your life.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sudhanshu. Bye, everyone. Take care.